Do you want to succeed in life? Do you want to go far in your endeavors? Many times, great ideas, great visions, the goals you set, those big dreams you have, they are not achieved accidentally. Let me tell you something. It's very good to have great ideas, to have desires, to set goals. It takes a certain character or habits to see them manifest. Today, we will be discussing some bad habits and how to deal with them. Beloved, it's very important to be aware of bad habits. Ignorance is very expensive. Do you know that habits are the pillars that support that vision, great idea, those goals? Many dreams have been killed by bad habits. Some great ideas couldn't see the light of day because of bad habits. Hear me, beloved. Some great men are now no more because of bad habits. It takes habits to sustain you. That top position you desire, that big business you want to start, that office you wish to assume, the level you want to ascertain in life, it takes habits to get there. So you see, habits fuel that journey you desire. Yes, it's true that God has told you will be great. It's true that you have received countless prophecies. You have prayed all kinds of prayers. But let me tell you something. Without the right attitude, you cannot get the results you are looking for. Do you know that it was God that told Prophet Samuel to anoint Saul as a king? 1 Samuel 10 verse 1 says, Then Samuel took the vial of oil and poured it upon his head and kissed him and said, Is it not because the Lord anointed thee to be captain over his inheritance? But because of bad habits, the bad habit of impatience, it caused him to lose the kingdom. 1 Samuel 13 verse 13 and 14 says, And Samuel said to Saul, Thou hast done foolishly. Thou hast not kept the commandment of the Lord thy God, which he commanded thee. For now would the Lord have established thy kingdom upon Israel forever. But now thy kingdom shall not continue. The Lord had sought him a man after his own heart, and the Lord had commanded him to be captain over his people, because thou hast not kept that which the Lord commanded thee. You see, bad habits are deadly. Beloved, your habits, they decide your destiny. People are not looking for you, they are looking for what you are carrying. If you exhibit bad habits, the world will ignore you. Habits are going to predict so much about what happens in your life. Each one of us is ruled by our habits. So now, what is a habit? A habit is a regular tendency or practice. It's the way that we think or do things. For something to be a habit, there must be regularity. It means that you have been doing it over and over again. Something that you are used to doing. It has become part of you. Something that has become your norm. A habit is also a certain behavior. Our habits determine how we respond to things around us. We're not born with our habits. We develop them over a period of time. You intentionally or unintentionally learn them. I think 90% of what we do daily is controlled by our habits. So you see, much of our lives is headed in the way of our habits. Habits can be good or bad, but today our main focus is on bad habits. A bad habit is something that you find yourself doing even when it's giving you negative or no results. It undermines your efforts. Habits do not hide. Your results will prove them. Now let's look at things that feed habits. You know, habits grow over a period of time. It is believed that something done continuously or repeatedly for 21 days forms a habit. How are bad habits formed? Bad habits are formed from repeated bad actions. The first act opens the door. For example, that drunkard you know today started with just a sip or a taste or just one glass. Every womanizer started from somewhere. Again, bad habits are built around bad familiar settings. It's believed that your life is a total reflection of the friends you keep, the person you listen to. I like the way Apostle Paul said it in 1 Corinthians 15 verse 33. He said, Be not deceived. Evil communication corrupts good manners. Bad company or places can definitely give you bad habits. Another thing that feeds bad habits is reinforcing the support system. This is when you have every reason to justify the bad habits. You have friends or someone who's okay with that bad habit. Remember that habits overrule reason. Romans 6 verse 16 says, "Know ye not that to whom ye yield yourselves, servants to obey, his servants you are to whom you obey, whether of sin unto death or of obedience unto righteousness." You may suffer the consequences of the bad habit, yet it becomes difficult to stop. An example is someone who smokes or takes alcohol. He or she may know the dangers of these acts but can't seem to stop it. Beloved, that's why I always say that bad habits are deadly. Bad habits will make you unproductive. One of the most dangerous bad habits I know is laziness. Proverbs 24 verse 30 says, "I went by the field of the slothful, and by the vineyard of the man void of understanding. And lo, it was all grown over with thorns, and nettles had covered the face thereof, and the stone wall thereof was broken down." Because of laziness, the field is unproductive. I can say that poverty is a result of laziness. So let's look at the causes of laziness, because it can ruin our lives. Oversleeping can cause laziness. Overeating can also cause laziness. Lack of exercise, poor or bad work ethics, overindulgence of sexual appetites. Now, I've just used laziness as a study case, but there are numerous bad habits that ruin your life. Now, let's discuss the solution to laziness. And I believe that you can also use the same solution to stop other bad habits. Firstly, bear in mind that you can do something about that bad habit. Don't attribute it to the devil. It's not about the devil against you. Know it for sure that it can be dismantled the same way it was formed. Habits are formed either consciously or unconsciously. When it comes to breaking bad habits, you need to be very conscious about it. Make up your mind about bad habits, that they are not your portion. Every change starts from the mind. Change that bad company you have, as some bad habits are cultivated from the company we keep. If you want to change the habit, the best thing is to change that bad company. Again, pray to God about it. Prayers can heal you from within. Meditate on the Word of God. The Word of God is so powerful to transform you. Psalm 119 verse 11 says, "Thy word have I hid in mine heart, that I might not sin against thee." Have the joy of letting the bad habit go. Don't hold on to it. Don't hold on to that bad habit that is ruining your life. Repeat it over and over again until you gain control over it. As I said earlier on, habits are built over a period of time. If you want to change the bad habits to good habits, consistency is a major key factor. Be consistent in the things that can cause a change, and you will surely see major changes in your life. God bless you.